Do the people of paradise hold any grudge in their hearts? One of the profound and deeply meaningful verses that touches on the emotional and spiritual states of the believers in the afterlife is the statement of Allah Almighty, "And we removed whatever resentment was in their hearts, so they became brothers, sitting on thrones facing each other." Surah Al-Ḥijr 47. This verse raises a powerful and thought-provoking question. Is it possible that the people of paradise, those righteous and saved believers, could still carry some form of grudge, such as hatred, jealousy, or resentment in their hearts? And if the answer is yes, then how can such feelings be reconciled with the perfection and purity of paradise? First, the linguistic and Quranic meaning of the word Ghill, grudge. The Arabic word Ghill refers to hidden hatred, inner resentment, jealousy, or emotionally negative burdens stored deep within the heart. In the Quran, this term frequently appears in the context of strained relationships, either between believers themselves or between the hypocrites and the believers. Even in this world, righteous individuals may occasionally feel inner discomfort, frustration, or emotional tension due to being wronged, differences in personality, or competitive dynamics. And while such feelings may not manifest as outward injustice or wrongdoing, they can still linger within the soul and require purification and refinement. Second, can a believer enter paradise with a tainted heart? From the Quranic perspective, a person may be among the people of paradise, yet still harbor remnants of inner resentment or emotional impurities. However, Allah, glorified and exalted, is not pleased that anyone should enter his paradise while carrying even a trace of such burdens in their chest. Thus, he grants them a merciful purification before they fully enjoy the eternal bliss. The expression, "we removed," in the verse indicates that this final inner purification is a divine act, not merely the result of the person's own deeds, but rather a gift from divine mercy, by which Allah completes the soul's journey toward perfection. As a result, all the people of paradise become entirely purified, free from hatred, envy, or hostility. They live in a state of pure love and harmonious brotherhood. Yet this purity is not solely the fruit of their own virtue, but a manifestation of God's grace, who gently refined their hearts and perfected their reward. Third, rational reflection. From a rational standpoint, true happiness cannot coexist with hatred and jealousy. Even if someone appears to be in paradise, if their heart still harbors resentment or emotional distress, they will be unable to fully enjoy the eternal delight. Their mind would remain entangled in past grievances and comparisons, depriving them of serenity. Therefore, reason dictates that paradise must be reserved for hearts that are entirely tranquil, confident, and free from all moral darkness. If a person did not reach that level through their own inner struggle, divine wisdom requires that God himself purifies them, even if through a gentle, loving form of divine compulsion. Fourth, the mystical perspective. In the language of Irfan, spiritual mysticism, Ghill, or inner resentment, is seen as an inner veil that stands between the human heart and the light of the divine. Even if that veil is thin or subtle, it still obstructs the soul from fully witnessing the truth. As long as a person sees others as others and views them through the lens of resentment or jealousy, they remain trapped in the illusion of separation and duality. They have yet to reach the station of unitive vision, where all is seen as one in God. Therefore, the removal of Ghill in paradise signifies the lifting of the final veils. At that moment, the heart perceives the face of God reflected in the heart of one's brother. They sit together on thrones, facing one another, not in competition, not in comparison, but in the pure manifestation of divine love and brotherhood. The verse, "on thrones, facing one another," precisely captures this state. Their mutual facing is not a sign of rivalry, but a reflection of their shared, luminous gaze, bathed in the one light of truth. Fifth, the Quranic context of the verse. This verse is part of a broader passage in Surah Al-Ḥijr that describes the state of the righteous in the afterlife. Allah says, "Inna al-muttaqina fi jannatin wa uyun, idkhuluha bisalamin aminin, wa naza'na ma fi sudurihim min ghillin." Indeed, the righteous will be amid gardens and springs. Enter them in peace, secure, and we will remove whatever resentment is in their hearts. That is, the righteous will dwell in celestial gardens and flowing springs. They will be welcomed with peace, peace both external and internal. The phrase, "in peace secure," reveals that the tranquility of paradise is not merely outward, it also encompasses deep inner peace. And that inner peace cannot be realized without a complete purification of the soul. Thus, it is out of God's mercy and generosity that He Himself undertakes this final purification, so that His devoted servants may enter paradise with hearts that are pure, luminous, and fully prepared to behold divine beauty. Sixth, a subtle point, the meaning of naza, removal. In Arabic, the word naza refers to the act of extracting something with strength, precision, and care, like pulling a spear from the body. In the context of the verse, this removal is paired with divine gentleness, yet it still indicates that this inner purification is beyond the soul's own ability to accomplish. And that, in itself, is a sign of God's infinite mercy, lifting the believer to the heights of true paradise, completing the journey for those who are worthy of it. Seventh, the levels of the people of paradise. According to the mystics, not all people of paradise are on the same level. Some enter paradise after judgment and reckoning. Some are purified in the intermediate realm, barzakh. Others have atoned through the pains and trials of this world. And a select group, the spiritually complete, enter with hearts already pure and unveiled. They are the ones the Qur'an describes as having come with a sound heart. Ja'a bi qalbin salim. As for the rest, they require a final purification at the moment of entry into divine pleasure, so they may be worthy of beholding the absolute beauty. Summary of the reflection. The removal of Ghill, inner resentment or negativity, is the final stage of purifying the hearts of the believers. This purification is directly carried out by Allah, not merely the result of a person's deeds. The presence of such feelings is not a sign of major sin or injustice, but rather an indication of incomplete inner refinement. And in His generosity and mercy, God completes that refinement, so that love, unity, and the light of truth may shine fully among the people of paradise. Paradise is the realm of illuminated hearts, hearts free of hatred, bitterness, or comparison, hearts that carry nothing but love, light, and the remembrance of Allah alone. We hope this message has become clear, and all praise is due to Allah, Lord of the worlds. You've been with Sacred Narratives Hub by Mansoureh Shobeyri.